How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. First of all, I want to start by saying congratulations on your win today. That was a pretty convincing win against Gentlemates, and I imagine it feels pretty good getting that sort of revenge against them.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I won't take up too much of your time because I know you're watching the foot game right now. I'll try to see if you get playoffs.
If I ever look over there, it's because I'm watching the game.
No worries, no worries. I just wanted to kind of ask, coming into this, obviously there was a whole discussion on the desk talking about how this was a revenge match for the core, Enzo, you and Keiko against Gentlemates. So what was your mentality and focus coming to the series? Was that something that was playing in the back of your mind, or you were sort of like, this is just another game?
Well, yeah, the revenge aspect kind of played a little bit. It just gave us extra drive, but I think we all knew that we had to win this this game 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
So our main focus this whole week was being super strong on the at least two maps that we think will come up. And yeah, funnily enough, Icebox was not one of the maps that we prepared for, so we came up with a comp on the spot. And yeah, I mean,
Keiko spoke on it. You guys are pulling out the rank strats with Reina and Chamber.
Yeah, we were just like, go away. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Fair enough. Okay, so obviously you're not sure if you make playoffs yet, but what are your plans for the rest of this season? If you make playoffs, what's your goals? And if you don't make playoffs, what's sort of the reshaped focus going to be?
I think if we make playoffs, I think we just continue working hard. I think we're moving in a good general direction for the team. And yeah, our main focus would to be just improve as we play, right?
Yeah.
Even if we lose, I think it'll be the same goal, right? Mainly, we know that we have to put the hard work in. So yeah, just keeping up with that and like trying things and see if they work. And yeah.
Okay. I asked the same question to Keiko as well. Could you speak a little bit on sort of the slow start you guys had to split one and how you guys sort of managed to ramp it back up as we sort of progress along the split?
I'd say most teams at the beginning of the split were not their strongest. Maybe apart from like Footballist, for example, they started off pretty strong, and Navi as well.
Yeah.
I think we found confidence within ourselves like as the season went on, and we kind of understand that like no matter how amazing the strat is or whatever, at the end of the day is whatever team hits their headshots, right? So yeah, we just mainly focus on more individual improvements as well as and maybe not so much on team improvements, because we think like we have great minds for the game. It's just making sure we're able to hit them headshots.
Fair enough. Obviously, you played for Fnatic before, and you played for Fnatic since you transitioned over from Fortnite. Even though you're still fairly young, you've kind of come into this roster a bit of the veteran status now because you've played in Tier 1 before. What's sort of your role currently in Liquid? Like, how exactly do you function within this team? Can you speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, I think I've been here since the day one in Valorant, right? So I've had a lot of experience when it comes to the stage as well. So my role is just to keep the team, like kind of act as like the glue guy within the team, but also like I know that the team has great individual players, and like I'm not one of those players that can lack an individual performance as well. I think I can shine on a good day. So yeah, just keeping up my individual and understand that like we work better as a team, but don't be afraid to show the individual performances. So yeah.
I see. Okay. Then also I wanted to speak a little bit on sort of your return to Tier 1, I guess, and sort of the experience playing in Challengers League. How different was it as an experience for you? In trying to frame this in a positive light, how different was the experience like for you coming, from Fnatic to playing on Apex and then like coming back again to Tier 1?
When I went to Apex, obviously I took that break, and at that time that's when VCT started, so I didn't really get the first year experience of VCT. So yeah, this year is my first year back in the VCT like franchising thing, right? Where we
Yeah.
play from the studio. So yeah, the first year back, it's good. It's different. Like back then, I was used to playing online qualifiers and maybe at boot camp, but like here, it's like a LAN every weekend, so it's great, and I'm enjoying it, and hopefully able to keep it up.
Does it feel very different from the last time you were playing, sort of on the big stage, quote unquote, with Fnatic?
Yeah, I think back then when you were playing in front of a crowd,
Yeah.
it was usually at the big tournaments, right? It was like
Istanbul.
yeah, Istanbul, Copenhagen were two big tournaments I played at with a crowd, and like here is like it reminds me of the Ascension finals, but you know the crowd makes a big difference, and like it brings a lot of energy. So yeah, it's just an enjoyable. I think it's more enjoyable now than it was 2 years ago. Just being able to be in front of a crowd. I do hope I could be at home sometimes. You know, I do miss home sometimes.
Fair enough. I also wanted to talk. I've asked quite a few pros on this as well. Sort of the level and competition in Europe has quite literally skyrocketed since last year. Could you speak a little bit on your thoughts, I guess, on sort of the general level of competition currently? A lot of pros are saying sort of anyone could beat anyone. That's sort of the sentiment currently.
Yeah, I think the game's advanced to a stage where, you know, we have these strong comps, we have these strong ideas, and everyone's, you know, catching up, and everyone has adapted their own playstyle. You see teams like KC, right? They're super aggressive with these wacky comps, whereas you can look at Fnatic, who are more like a old kind of meta team and just rely heavily on fundamentals. So like, I think there's a bridge between the gap now where pretty much any comp is viable nowadays. It's just you know, finding your way and like seeing what works for you. So that's why I think a lot of teams, like the gap has been bridged a little bit more, and yeah, it's about, like I said, shooting heads now, and we got a lot of young people coming through and being able to punish the old dogs as well.
Yeah, I see that. Also, what's your thought on the current map pool? Because a lot of players don't like this current iteration with Breeze and Icebox, but maybe you have a different take on it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I would say I'm part of that group as well. I'm not really a big fan of the current map pool. I would love to see Haven back at least. That used to be bread and butter for me, and not just for like personal game, but like in Valorant in general. I think, you know, the more enjoyable the map pool, the game will grow as well. So
yeah,
the game will continue to grow as well, and you know, who knows, maybe we see a new map. Sunset has been a decent addition, I guess. It's not too bad. It's just I don't think we can be having Breeze and Split all in the same map pool ever again. Like,
oh, you're not a fan of Split as well?
Breeze and Split, I mean, just for ranked enjoyment, like at this point, I am not a fan. So
fair enough. Okay, sort of. I think that would be my final, like, sort of serious question. I have one or two fun questions before we wrap this up. I wanted to first start by asking, if like you could pick one agent that you could play for the rest of your life, what would that agent be?
One agent, Raze.
One agent, Raze. Okay. Okay.
No, there's a meme about how I had one bad performance in Raze, and I just like to maybe redeem myself there. But serious answer, probably stay with the Omen.
Omen. Okay.
Yeah, Omen.
I don't think I've seen you on Raze before. I genuinely mean that. I've been watching you since 2020.
It was one game in challenges last year on Apex. I completely bottled it.
Okay. Final question as well. Vandal or Phantom?
In between right now. I can't even choose.
No.
So I'll say Fandul.
Vandal. Okay.
Fandul.
Vandal.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mistic. Best of luck for this series that you're currently watching. I hope you guys make playoffs, and I hope I get a chance to talk to you as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.